How's it going, guys? So today we're going to be doing more of an informal video. It's still going to be instructional, but I'm kind of just shooting from the hip on this one. So I'm going to show you some details about the torch, and we're also going to talk about how to change a liner. I've got my safety glasses on, I've got my protective shirt on, and I've got some cut-proof gloves on as well. So let's get into the video. So first, I'm just installing my torch neck, and what I want to do is I have specific fittings here, like most things, and specific fittings there, and you can see one of those is a hole, and what I'm doing is I'm just fitting these together, making sure that those, and there's also a tab on the inside of the outer connection and a slot on the inside of that thread. So what I'm doing is I'm just fitting these together like so. And then screwing on my torch neck. So now I want to prep this for installing the liner. So what I'm doing is I'm just setting my gun on the floor as straight as possible. And this is to avoid any kinks or things like that when installing the liner. So I've gone and removed this black cap from the end of my torch connection. And I've also gone and removed the gas diffuser from the end of my torch as well. So here I have my red liner, and I've got my knife. And you want to be careful not to bend this, because if it gets kinks in it, or if it gets bent, it's just not going to work properly, and it's going to cause problems for your wire feeding. So just careful with this, straight as possible. You don't want to bend this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife or my utility blade, whatever, and I want to take about the first 12 inches of this, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score around this coating, because for steel, what's going to happen is this coating goes into the neck, and it's going to heat up and it's going to melt, and we don't want that, especially not in the neck. That's going to cause big issues for us. So I'm just scoring this, well, outside of this liner, and then I'm going to start kind of just cutting it off, almost scraping it off. Be careful not to damage the metal liner itself, not to cut into that, because that's the part we need. So if you're able to get some kind of good flared cuts, you can eventually start just moving this up. And once I have that scored off, I'm gonna go ahead and, keeping my torch straight, and that hole that I took the black cap off of, I'm gonna start to slide my liner through that hole. And I'm not bending the liner, and I'm keeping my gun straight. And I've inserted it until the red end of the liner is touching that thread. So now what I'm going to do is take my black cap and screw that back on. And then for the end, I've already cut it, but what you're going to do is you're going to take your gas diffuser, you're going to hold it up to the cup, And you want the holes of your gas diffuser and the end of your liner to pretty much line up. You want those to be about the same length. So I can show you if I put my gas diffuser on and screw that on, it's not coming past the gas diffuser. And if you look through the holes of the gas diffuser, you'll see the liner, the end of the liner. And you can pretty much use welpers or snips to cut that to length. All right, welders, that's how to install a liner. I hope that was useful for you, because you're gonna need it in order to use the torch on your Cobot. Thank you so much.